An aquarium we cannot replace. This learning resource is made for Year 7 students inquiring on the consequences of overfishing and the actions required to restore sustainability of marine life. This resource is linked to the Level 7 Science in the Australian curriculum as described here. This resource is also linked to cross-curriculum with sustainability as described here. What if your family rely on an aquarium you cannot replace for your seafood? Okay, maybe not this aquarium. How about this one? Now we're talking. So what will your family do to survive? You would probably rear fishes in your aquarium, especially the ones that your family loves to eat. You can also have a different variety of fishes and marine plants. That way you can also have a variety of seafood. This then leads to a creation of several food chains, which leads to one big food web in your aquarium, like this one. You then have one big ecosystem in your aquarium. The fishes in your aquarium will breed new fishes, and the old ones will die. Since there will always be fish in your aquarium, there will always be some fish on your dinner table. With the aquarium being able to replenish itself, you will always be able to have enough seafood to feed your family. But what happens if your family keeps growing and growing and growing and growing and growing? You would probably need a net like this to get the fish out of your aquarium. So what happens next? That's right. As you take more and more fish out of the aquarium, you will soon end up with something like this. Sounds ridiculous? Think again. This is already happening in our oceans. As the human population increases, we are catching more and more fish from our seas and oceans, and we have not slowed down ever since. We are also catching more shrimps every year. Because we want more seafood on our table, we make new and larger nets to catch more fish. This will help us to bring more fish into the dinner table. Worse still, these fishing nets catch anything, including small baby fishes, turtles, and even the sharks. In other words, we are catching an entire marine food web in our oceans. As a result, the marine population has been decreasing so bad, we might wonder how many fish are left in the ocean. Eventually, if we don't stop and we continue to catch more and more fish, our oceans are going to look like this. As you may notice now, we are relying on an aquarium we cannot replace. So what can we do to prevent our oceans from looking like this? Well, we may have to start farming our own fish in the sea, and we perhaps have to do the same on the land as well. We may have to change the way we eat, perhaps eating only the fish that we farm and not eating fish that we catch in the wild that are endangered. But that may not be enough. Our family is still growing, and that means more and more fish are still being removed from our oceans. We need a powerful approach. We need an approach that gets everyone to actively realize that we need to change our way of life to preserve our oceans forever. So based on your scientific understanding of overfishing, what legislation or mandate can you propose to the Australian government or perhaps to the world to protect our marine from overfishing? Make a presentation and discuss your mandate. Thank you.